Welcome back to the channel. Did you know that a simple 1978 US 1-cent coin could be worth an astonishing $80 million? That's right. A penny that most people ignore could be hiding in your pocket, waiting to change your life forever. But how is that possible? What makes it so special? And how can you find out if you have one of these rare coins? Stick around as we dive deep into the history, rarity, and shocking value of the 1978 Lincoln penny. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you love uncovering hidden treasures in your pocket change. Now, let's get started. Before we dive into its shocking value, let's talk about the history of the 1978 penny and why it's important in the world of coin collecting. The 1978 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Memorial Penny, was part of a long-running series that started in 1959 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Frank Gasparo, replacing the earlier wheat penny design by Victor D. Brenner, made from 95% copper and 5% zinc. This penny weighs 3.11 grams and was minted at 3 locations in Philadelphia: No Mint Mark, Denver, D Mint Mark, San Francisco, S Mint Mark, proof coins only. By 1982, the U.S. Mint changed the penny's composition to zinc with a thin copper coating. That makes these older, full copper pennies even more valuable today. So, what makes some of these pennies worth thousands or even millions? There are a few key factors that drive up the value. Rarity and mint errors. Not all 1978 pennies are valuable. But some rare errors and variations can make them incredibly desirable to collectors. Some of the most valuable error pennies include off-center strikes, coins that were misaligned during the minting process, double die errors, where details on the coin appear doubled, especially on Lincoln's face, or the words Liberty and I in God We Trust. Wrong planchet errors. Some 1978 pennies were mistakenly struck on dime planchets, making them lighter and unique. A double-die 1978 penny in pristine condition once sold for over $10,000. And that's just the beginning. Condition and grading. Coin collectors and grading companies rank coins on a scale from 1 to 70. A circulated 1978 penny might only be worth face value, but a mint state, MS65 or higher, penny can fetch thousands. The most pristine, uncirculated pennies, called proof coins, PR70, are the rarest and most valuable. If you have a 1978 penny with no scratches, no marks, and it looks fresh from the mint, it could be worth a lot more than you think. Now, let's get to the $1 million, or should I say, $80 million question. Is there really a 1978 penny worth that much? There have been rumors and online claims that a special, unique 1978 penny sold for $80 million. But is that true? Let's break it down. No verified auction records exist of a 1978 penny selling for that amount. However, some rare pennies, like the 1943 copper penny, have sold for millions because of their extreme rarity. If a one-of-a-kind 1978 penny with an extreme minting error or unusual metal composition was found, it could reach a sky-high value, but this remains speculative. While number 1978 penny has been officially confirmed to be worth $80 million, collectors continue hunting for rare variations that could be worth life-changing amounts. How to check if you have a rare 1978 penny? So, how can you check if you have a valuable 1978 penny? Here's a quick guide. Look for a mint mark. If there's a D or S, it means it was minted in Denver or San Francisco. No mint mark means it's from Philadelphia. Weigh your penny. A normal 1978 penny should weigh 3.11 grams. If it's significantly lighter or heavier, it might be an error coin. Examine the details. Use a magnifying glass to check for doubling in the lettering or Lincoln's face. Check for off-center or clipped edges. These minting errors can significantly increase value. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Who knows? You might be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. To wrap it up, the 1978 penny may not always be worth millions, but it can be valuable, especially if you find a rare error or a high-grade example. Before you toss that old penny aside, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a hidden treasure. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more coin collecting content, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Next, what if I told you that a simple 1992 US penny, yes, just 1 cent, could be worth an astonishing $60 million? Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. Some 1992 pennies are so rare that collectors are willing to pay massive amounts for them. And guess what? One could be sitting in your pocket right now. In today's video, we're diving into the history, rare errors, and shocking value of the 1992 Lincoln penny. If you love discovering hidden treasures, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Before we talk about its incredible value, let's go back in time and understand why the 1992 penny is so special. The 1992 Lincoln penny was part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which started in 1959 and ran until 2008 when it was replaced by the Lincoln Bicentennial Series, designed by Frank Gasparo. This penny features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Most 1992 pennies were struck with a copper-plated zinc composition, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper, and weighed 2.5 grams. It was minted at a Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D mint mark. At first glance, a 1992 penny looks just like any other. But some have a hidden feature that makes them incredibly valuable. So, what makes some 1992 pennies worth thousands or even millions? It all comes down to a tiny design difference that most people overlook. The 1992 close AM penny. The biggest reason some 1992 pennies are worth a fortune is because of a rare design error known as the close AM variety. On most 1992 pennies, the letters A and M in America on the reverse are spaced apart, wide AM. However, a small number of 1992 pennies were accidentally struck with the 1993 design, where the A and M are closer together, close AM. This mistake makes these pennies extremely rare and valuable. Asterisk a regular 1992 penny is worth only 1 cent, but a asterisk 1992 close AM penny can sell for tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The highest price ever recorded? Over $25,000. The 1992 D close AM penny, the holy grail. While the 1992 close AM penny from Philadelphia is rare, the 1992 D close AM penny from the Denver Mint is even rarer. Only a handful have been discovered, making it one of the most sought-after rare pennies in history. A 1992 D close AM penny in mint condition once sold for over $30,000 at auction. If a newly discovered 1992 D close AM penny in perfect condition were to hit the market, experts believe it could be worth millions, possibly even $60 million. That's why collectors are obsessed with finding more of these ultra-rare pennies. While the 1992 close AM pennies are the most famous, there are a few other rare 1992 penny varieties that could be worth big money. 1992 penny double die error. Some 1992 pennies have a double die obverse, DDO, error, meaning parts of the design appear doubled, especially in the words Liberty and In God We Trust. A high-grade 1992 double die penny can sell for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Off-center and broad strike errors. A 1992 penny that was struck off-center or with a broad strike, missing part of the edge, can be worth $50 to $500, depending on the severity of the error. Even small errors can make a penny worth way more than just 1 cent. Now that you know these pennies can be worth thousands, how can you check if you have one? Flip the penny over and look at America. If the A and M are touching or very close together, you might have a close AM penny. Check the mint mark. If you have a 1992 D close AM penny, you've hit the jackpot. Use a magnifying glass. Look for any doubling on the letters or an off-center strike. Weigh your penny. A normal 1992 penny weighs 2.5 grams. If yours is heavier or lighter, it could be an error coin. Get it graded. If you think you found a valuable 1992 penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Who knows? You might have been walking around with a fortune in your pocket this whole time. To sum it up, most 1992 pennies are only worth 1 cent, but if you have a rare close AM or error penny, it could be worth thousands, or even millions. Imagine finding a $60 million penny in your loose change. That's why it's always worth checking your coins. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Next, what if I told you that a simple 1995 US penny, yes, a 1-cent coin, could be worth a mind-blowing $70 million? Sounds crazy, right? But believe it or not, some rare 1995 pennies have sold for huge amounts at auctions, and there could be one hiding in your pocket right now. In today's video, we'll uncover the secrets of the 1995 Lincoln penny, its history, the rare errors that make it valuable, and how you can check if you have one of these life-changing coins. So, if you love discovering hidden treasures, hit that like button and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Before we get into its massive value, let's take a quick look at the history of the 1995 penny and what makes it special. The 1995 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Series, which was first introduced in 1959 and lasted until 2008. The obverse, front, features Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. The reverse, back, showcases the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. The 1995 penny was minted at 3 locations in Philadelphia: No Mint Mark, Denver; D Mint Mark, San Francisco; S Mint Mark, proof coins only, made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. It weighs 2.5 grams. At first glance, the 1995 penny might seem ordinary. But hidden among them are rare errors that make certain ones worth a fortune. So, what makes some 1995 pennies worth thousands, or even millions? It all comes down to a rare minting error that collectors go crazy for. The 1995 double die penny, DDO error. The most famous 1995 penny error is the double die obverse, DDO. This happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, causing a noticeable doubling effect on the words "Liberty in God We Trust." The date 1995. A 1995 double die penny in mint condition, MS69 or higher, has sold for over $50,000 at auction. But if a newly discovered perfectly preserved version were to surface, it could go for millions. Other rare 1995 penny errors. Besides the famous double die, there are other rare 1995 penny errors that collectors look for. A off-center strike. Some 1995 pennies were misaligned during minting, causing part of the design to be missing. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the coin, especially if the date is still visible. Value: $50 to $5,000, depending on how extreme the error is. B. Broad strike errors. These pennies were struck without a collar, making them appear larger and flatter. Value: $100 to $3,000, depending on condition. Wrong planchet errors. A few 1995 pennies were accidentally struck on dime planchets or other coin blanks. These errors are extremely rare and can be worth $10,000 or more. Even a small minting mistake can turn an ordinary penny into a collector's dream. Now, let's get to the $1 million, or should I say, $70 million question. Is there really a 1995 penny worth that much? While no official sale has reached $70 million, some experts believe that a perfect, never-before-seen 1995 penny with a unique error could break records. Number 1995 penny has sold for $70 million, yet. But the rarest pennies in history, like the 1943 copper penny, have sold for millions. If a one-of-a-kind 1995 penny was discovered in perfect condition, it could be valued at $70 million by collectors. So, while the $70 million claim is still speculation, new discoveries are made all the time. Could you be the one to find the next legendary penny? Now that you know some 1995 pennies are worth thousands, how can you check if you have one? Examine Liberty and In God We Trust. If the letters appear doubled, you might have a double die penny. Look at the mint mark. if it's a Denver, D, or Philadelphia, no mint mark, check for errors. Check for off-center strikes or unusual shapes. If your penny looks misaligned or stretched, it could be a rare error. Weigh your penny. A normal 1995 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If it's much heavier or lighter, it might be a minting mistake. Get it graded. If you think you have a rare 1995 penny, send it to PCGS or NGC for authentication. Who knows? That little penny in your piggy bank might just be a fortune waiting to be discovered. To sum it up, most 1995 pennies are only worth 1 cent. But if you have a rare double die, off-center, or planchet error penny, it could be worth thousands or even millions. So before you toss that old penny aside, take a closer look. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting! Last, what if I told you that a simple 2012 US penny, something most people overlook, could actually be worth up to $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. A coin with a face value of just 1 cent could be hiding in your pocket or coin jar, waiting to change your life forever. In today's video, we're diving deep into the history, rare minting errors, and unique features that make certain 2012 pennies incredibly valuable. We will also teach you how to check if you own one of these rare and expensive coins. So, if you love discovering hidden treasures, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned until the end, because you do not want to miss this. Before we get into what makes certain 2012 pennies so valuable, let's first understand their background and significance. The 2012 penny is part of the Lincoln Shield series, which replaced the Lincoln Memorial design in 2010. This design change was meant to honor President Abraham Lincoln and symbolize national unity. The obverse front of the coin features Abraham Lincoln's portrait, originally designed by Victor D. Brenner in 1909. This portrait has remained unchanged for over a century. Below Lincoln's image, you'll find the date 2012 along with the mint mark if applicable. The reverse, back, of the coin showcases a Union shield, a design created by artist Lyndall Bass. The shield has 13 stripes, representing the original 13 colonies, with a scroll reading 1 cent across it. The 2012 penny was minted in 3 different locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D mint mark; San Francisco, S mint mark for proof coins. Most 2012 pennies are made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper and weigh approximately 2.5 grams. However, some rare minting errors and special variations have made certain 2012 pennies extremely valuable, even reaching prices in the millions. Not every 2012 penny is worth more than face value. But certain errors, misprints, and unique variations can turn an ordinary penny into a rare collector's item. Let's take a look at what makes some 2012 pennies worth thousands or even millions. The 2012 Double Die Obverse (DDO) penny. One of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting is the double die error. This happens when the design is struck twice, creating a doubling effect on the coin's surface. In the case of the 2012 penny, the doubling can be seen in the following areas: the letters in Liberty, the words "In God We Trust," the numbers in the date 2012. If you come across a penny with noticeable doubling, you may be holding on to something extremely valuable. Some high-grade 2012 double die pennies have been sold for over $10,000, and if a completely unique and undiscovered double die error were to surface in perfect condition, it could be valued in the millions. Off-center strike error. Another valuable type of error is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin blank is not properly aligned with the die during minting, resulting in a coin that is visibly off-center. The more off-center the strike, the more valuable the penny, especially if the date is still readable. A 2012 penny with a significant off-center error can be worth anywhere between $100 and $5,000, depending on the severity of the misalignment. Die clash errors. A die clash error occurs when the dies strike each other without a blank planchet in between, leaving imprints of their designs on each other. This results in strange, ghost-like marks on the coin's surface. These types of errors can significantly increase a penny's value. A well-defined die clash on a 2012 penny could fetch $500 to $3,000, depending on the coin's condition. Transitional and wrong planchet errors. One of the rarest and most valuable errors is when a penny is struck on the wrong type of metal blank, also known as a wrong planchet error. For example, if a 2012 penny was mistakenly struck on a pre-1982 copper planchet instead of the modern zinc composition, it would be heavier, weighing 3.11 grams instead of 2.5 grams. If a collector discovered a 2012 penny struck on a copper blank, it could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, possibly even millions if it was in pristine condition. The big question remains, is there really a 2012 penny worth $7 million? As of now, no official auction record exists for a 2012 penny selling for that much. However, coin experts believe that if a unique, never-before-seen minting error or a flawless high-grade penny were to surface, it could break auction records. History has shown that rare pennies, such as the 1943 bronze penny and the 1955 double-die penny, have sold for hundreds of thousands to even millions of dollars. If a one-of-a-kind 2012 penny with an extreme and unprecedented error were found, it could be valued at $7 million or more by collectors and investors. If you have a 2012 penny and want to check if it is valuable, follow these steps to examine the coin closely. Look for any doubling in the letters or numbers, especially in Liberty and In God We Trust. Look for off-center strikes. If the penny's design appears shifted or missing in areas, it could be valuable. Check for unusual weight. Use a digital scale. A regular 2012 penny should weigh 2.5 grams, while a copper penny would weigh 3.11 grams. Inspect for die clash marks. Strange marks or imprints on the coin's surface could indicate a valuable error. Have it professionally graded. If you think you have a rare penny, send it to PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, for authentication. To wrap things up, most 2012 pennies are only worth 1 cent, but if you have one with a rare double die, off-center strike, wrong planchet, or another mint error, it could be worth thousands or even millions. So before you spend your spare change, take a closer look. You never know, you might be holding a $7 million treasure without even realizing it. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on rare and valuable coins. Thanks for watching, and happy treasure hunting!